First, I want to make sure the intention and point of this video is clear. This isn't a hate video. This isn't an exposed video. This is a video that I'm creating simply to broaden the understanding of spirituality and what it means to me. And quick disclaimer for anybody who might watch me, these topics about consciousness are very dear to me. It's rooted really in who I am and who I present myself as today. I really didn't think I'd be getting into this line of topic this soon, but I've come to realize things rarely, if ever, come when we feel ready for it, and before you know it, it's thrown right in your face, and it is the right time. So here I am. As I said, this is not a hate video, but Soul Illuminati is one of the many voices of the spiritual community. I'm only using him as the example because I know a lot of younger minds especially may have transitioned to these ideologies of spirituality because they came from his main channel, and who he was on his main channel is a completely different person from who he is on here. Not anymore, but in the past and how he came up. So I just think he has a more diverse crowd than certain other communities of people who may have built their following and community directly from spiritual videos. So though he's the example, there are tons of creators who have a very similar spiritual mindset, and I think also struggle from this problem, and some of them may be even worse, if I'm being honest. So what is spiritual ego? Spiritual narcissism is the very culmination of spiritual egotism. It is the ego that has become so solid, so fixed, so unyielding in the idea of its own spiritual greatness that it is pathological. It is narcissistic. So a lot of people who claim spiritual enlightenment would find it very hard to challenge their own biases / beliefs. And I think this sums that up fairly well here, right? So they have such an unwavering belief in their own awakened perspective, their own special spiritual achievements and knowledge, that they cannot connect with or tolerate their humanity. So I'm gonna just start using reference points from his new video to expand on these ideas a little bit.
Y'all see how this world is so different? How much stuff y'all been seeing and y'all like, bro, this nigga so said this was gonna happen. Bro, that nigga so been saying this the Matrix. Bro, so said this. Bro, so said that. Bro, that time is now. If you ain't made the shift, you ain't made it.
The egocentric part of the statement is pretty easy to point out, right? You get that fairly clearly in the beginning. But one of the key statements that he makes is, if you ain't made the shift yet, then you ain't gonna make it. Now again, this is my belief matched with critical thinking. No matter how spiritual you are, how much knowledge you consume, no matter how many crystals or tarot card readings you've been through, there is only so much cosmically related that we can even begin to understand with our pea-sized brains as humans, in comparison to probably whatever is going on spiritually. Any spiritual leader who claims to know what is coming in the near future struggles with exhibit A of the spiritual ego, which is claiming to have special access to a spirit guide / angel / spirit / ascended master for the purposes of self-aggrandizement. Now, to the self-aggrandizement, I'm gonna personally give the benefit of the doubt and say I don't think these people are doing it to put themselves in a position of power and or just accumulate more wealth. Some of them do, but I think majority of people who adopt this mindset truthfully just don't realize what they're doing. It's more so just of an innocent projection of the knowledge they believe they have, which is understandable. Let's continue a little bit through the video.
I see what I went through. I see it. And if you ain't able to tap into that motherfucking Christ consciousness, Jesus, or your astro form, your higher self, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, if you're not ready to transition and get the fuck up out of here, you're not making shit. And you gonna be back. Ain't nobody got time to be playing with y'all motherfucking bots out here.
What I always say, again, this is me. This is what I say, because I'm not even saying what I am saying is 100% true. I could still say I understand this is a bias and a belief. But what I say the foundation of spirituality is, before the meditation, before the sun gazing, before any of the spiritual practices you may indulge in, is empathy and understanding. If you follow all of these practices every day, you meditate, sun gaze, all of it, but you have no empathy and understanding for why why people are the way that they are, you'd actually be vibrating at a much lower frequency than someone who is genuinely empathetic and understanding of people and why they do what they do, regardless if they're even aware that any of these practices exist. It's not so much doing the practice itself, it's more so embodying the energy behind the practice. However you get to that energy itself is irrelevant, so long as you're embodying that energy. Calling people bots and telling them it's over for them, it does nothing but create this superiority / spiritual ego dynamic.
And people is getting the fuck up out of here. And that's why I said, if you don't know how to tap in with yourself and tap into that other version of you, where are you gonna go when you die? Yeah, I know you got faith, bitch. You gonna get your ass zapped right back in here. Go ahead and walk your dumb ass to the light that you didn't create.
So I mean, this is the age-old concept, not even concept, just a fight that I think has been going on forever. But the fact is, none of us know where we're going when we die. None of us know what happens when we die. We all have beliefs and ideas from what our imagination creates. But the reality is, you yourself, everybody you talk to and or listen to today is two things: alive and just as confused about where the hell we are, how we got here, and what's gonna happen after this. So truthfully, having faith in something is all we really can do as humans without irrefutable proof to go ahead and show somebody anytime that they ask. Faith is really all we got. That is the truth. And I assure you, if you spent your whole life being a decent and honest human being, you never tried to purposefully hurt or wrong anybody, and you tried your best to be as much of a service to others as you can be, you are 100% closer to spiritual enlightenment than someone who goes through and does all of these practices daily, but still talks down on people spiritually simply for not knowing. I don't even want to say not knowing any better, because we don't fucking know any better either. We don't know. So just talking down on anybody, it shows where you stand. Like they always say, smart people think they know everything, and a wise person knows they know nothing.
At the end of the day, I want to tell y'all this. Don't get distracted, and if you living in some of these earthquake-ass areas like California, make sure you got some food and shit stocked up like we've been telling you for the longest, because you never know when you're going to need it. Always have some food and water stocked up and be prepared for anything.
I think we're good there. Again, we are not gods. Now, yes, my belief is that we all carry godly energy within us directly from whatever source we come from. I believe we all have that within us, but we're not God. Our human consciousness can never begin to hope to predict these things. This truly is just destructive advice to people who live in California, if I'm being honest. First, California is so vast, right? There's more to California than just LA, Hollywood, and content creators. The thing is, people are going to hear what he says about certain places such as California, and since they already take what you say as gospel, they're not even going to challenge it. They're just going to believe whatever thought process you have that day. They're going to take it and believe it with the utmost amount of belief. Not to mention, California is an earthquake state, so predicting one and then using it to confirm your biases really ain't all that special. But lack of critical thinking will make people assume that it must have been delivered through some godly source. Now, if you're into this type of stuff and these type of conversations, I urge you to watch more of his videos, for real, because not everything he says is as equally egotistical. He actually touches on some great points in this and other videos that he's posted. Like for this one, how we're living in an attention-based world where everybody is fighting for likes and a chance in the spotlight. But you know, the funny thing about that is, like, even I understand from my standpoint how that could be hypocritical, because look what we're doing, right? Both of us are making content. But I understand. I mean, there definitely are certain paths in life that are meant for some of us, not all of us, which I guess makes the true deciding factor. Do you genuinely believe you have something of substance and value to give to the world? And since even that is ego-based, when you really look at it, truly the best thing you can do is try. And time will tell if the universe or God or whatever you believe in had that in the cards for you. But I'm definitely going to do more of these spiritual videos. These are way closer to who I am authentically. And a lot of you guys are going to be getting glimpses into that now if you just look at this type of content versus other content that I've made. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video and didn't take anything too personal, hopefully you can find some interest in any other topic that I may choose to give my opinion on, because at the end of the day, I'm just trading opinions and you're free to trade yours as well. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to be back either way, and I'm going to catch you on the flip. And when I do, that's just it. God damn it.